What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy, Dead on Dave. Look, no intro tonight. I'm having issues with XSplit. Boy, does it suck, but that's okay. It looks like we're going to be running just fine, but no intro. We've got an amazing event to talk about tonight. I really enjoyed Night of Champions. I can see why some people might have an issue with it tonight, but I really did enjoy it. There's a lot to talk about, a lot we're going to get to. Jesse J will be here. We're going to take all your calls, all your questions, and we're going to kick this thing off. We're going to go late into the night. It's time for your Dead on Dave review. Let's get this thing going, man. Wow. You know, you normally don't want to start with your ending, but how can we start with anywhere else but the ending? Holy God. So having Seth defend back-to-back was a surprise. There was a few surprises tonight, even though if you watched the prediction show, your boy pitched a shutout. That's right. Your boy pitched a shutout. That means I was 100% correct. I think I may have flip-flopped on Nikki and Charlotte, but I think I ultimately did pick Charlotte. I know I've been on that for a long time because that was my whole reasoning for Nikki losing the belt on Monday, because I felt it would be too much of a foregone conclusion, which it was. But look, even I didn't have a problem with that. There was so much to get into. But let's talk about this ending. Let's get right to this ending, man. That is where it has to begin. This ending is absolute insanity. So the double back-to-back defense was a really smart idea. I didn't think they would go that route, but I'm really glad that they did. I thought it was a really good idea. So, you know, there's a lot to get to. All right, the questions are already coming in the chat about why am I not on Joe Cronin. Really simple. All good things have to come to an end sometime, kids, and unfortunately, this is the end, at least for now, between the whole situation with Joe Cronin and Dead on Dave. Jesse J is over, going to be on here a little bit later on. It is what it is, you know, so it's all good. Let's basically get back into this whole damn thing, because boy, is this exciting. Okay, some people are going to be upset at the fact that Kane made his return in this manner, but it was a pretty damn smart way of bringing him back, because all the ways that we heard him coming back, this one was a little bit of a surprise. At the end of the thing, having him cost them a little bit early, that would have been something, but I kind of like Kane coming back here, not taking away too much, because personally, I didn't want to see Sheamus cash in. I didn't think there was a necessity for Sheamus to cash in. So I didn't have a problem with this whatsoever. I thought that both matches that Seth Rollins had with John Cena and then with Sting were both amazing. But I feel bad for Sting. I feel really bad for Sting that it looked like he got hurt. And that's unfortunate, man. Sometimes things like this happen. I thought I heard him say, my knee. I don't know if that's the case, but that's what it looked like. I hope Sting's okay. After they checked on him, it looked like it was more something like he might have sustained a concussion or something, a wind problem. I don't know exactly what happened to him, but up until that point, Sting absolutely went for it, man. He absolutely went for it, and it was quite entertaining, I thought. I had a lot of fun. So, you know, it's crazy. I thought that as far as a creative standpoint, I thought this was one of the better ways to do it. And the fact that I got everything absolutely right, including a no cash in by Sheamus, not to toot my own horn, but I'm going to go ahead and be the New Day and toot that horn, because why the hell not? That was entertaining, man. Look, overall, I thought top to bottom, it was a hell of a show. So we're going to take your calls. Anybody can go ahead and call in and give me your opinions on what you saw tonight at Skype, David Vancura, DavidVancura. I'll take your calls, your questions, your concerns, your thoughts, your prayers, your hopes, your dreams, your quips, your anecdotes, your insults, your praises, anything that you might have, I'll be taking. Also, you can support the channel in a real easy way. Hit the like button before we get going a little bit too far, because believe me, we got copious amounts of notes to get to, kids. Hashtag copious. We got a lot to get to. I got a list a mile long to get through, and we're going to do that. But before that, hit that like button. Elbow drop that like button. Punch that like button. Make love to that like button, because why the hell not? Likes are free. Also, subscribe to the channel. We're just about at 1,400 subs, and today is September 21st for me here in Germany, which means happy 1-year anniversary to your boy. Let's go ahead and get a call. Let's start with a longtime caller, Gage R. You are live with Dead on Dave. What you got?
Oh, yeah. Do you think Chris Jericho's back for a little bit now?
Yeah, I do. It looked like it, because if not, why have that little thing with Dean at the end? The shoulder block, why do it if he's not back for a little bit of a run? I like the fact that once again Jericho returns to put over young talent. Jericho's win-loss record is absolute shit. It's horrible, man. What was this guy? He beat Neville in Japan, but other than that, man, his win-loss record in the last 5 years has got to be one of the worst. But yeah, I do think he's back, and it looks like he's going to be back in a heel capacity. Add a little bit of intrigue to this already convoluted situation with the Wyatts. I'm not sure if the Wyatt family situation... Oh, I choked, almost died on my spit. Holy shit, did you hear that? That was bad. I don't know what that was. Oh my God, I almost died on the air. Oh, that would have been good for ratings probably, right? At least for tonight. Fuck it. Fat man dies on air. News at 11. I'm not sure if this is the end of the Wyatt situation with them getting the win. This is only really evening it up from SummerSlam, so I'm not really sure. But Chris Jericho with the shoulder bump on Dean, at the very least, that he did it to Dean, and they also made it a point of saying how Dean is the one who called Y2J. So they put that in there. I thought that was kind of interesting. What did you think of it?
I thought it was good. I feel like the Wyatt and Dean and Roman thing are going to keep going, but they're going to keep having just part-timers come back, and it's going to lead up to the Shield end up beating them. You
think it's going to end up being Seth Rollins?
Yeah.
That's a possibility.
Because I see them triple power bombing Braun.
That is a possibility. Look, I know that I talked about Chris Jericho possibly being one of the guys. I know he was in my short list of names. I didn't think he would actually be the one. He was good for a pop, and that's great and everything. I still wish it would have been Samoa Joe. I know that's just my unbelievable selfishness there, but I really wanted to see Samoa Joe. But it didn't happen. It didn't happen. So what are you going to do?
Yeah. And then about Charlotte, that I teared up a little.
Yeah, I gotta be honest. I gotta be completely honest there. That I got the feels a little bit, man. I got the feels with the Nature Boy breaking down in the ring like that. It felt very real, very cool. And I got the feels, I gotta admit. It touched me a little bit in a very good way. It made me tingle down in my nether regions. It was a really good moment. The match, I thought, was better than I think people might shit on it immediately. Yeah. But I think if you go back and watch it, I'm going to give Nikki Bella a lot of credit here. I'm going to give Nikki Bella a lot of credit, because she worked the type of match that we've been wanting to see her work. Look, she's awkward. There's no question. She's not the most athletically gifted person, so when she does things, it looks awkward. I don't feel there was a lot of sloppiness in it, but I do feel she just has this inherent awkwardness about her. So, but that being said, she worked one part of the body brilliantly tonight. I felt that she worked the heel role really well. She played the championship role. Charlotte sold her ass off, did she not?
Yeah, when she fell out of the ring and she stopped for a second.
Yeah, the tweak, and then the whole time just getting worked over. She did a really good job in selling that whole moment. That was really cool. Do I wish that she would have got a little bit more offense in before she won the belt? Sure. Look, this is the whole reason why I wanted Nikki to drop the belt on Raw. I felt that Charlotte winning on this pay-per-view was going to be so predictable and so everybody was going to know it. It was going to take away. And I think it might have a little bit. And this was my whole reasoning for not doing it this way. But they pulled the trigger. Charlotte gets the victory. I think it worked. So I'm pretty happy with it overall. I thought the match was really, really solid.
Yeah, when they mentioned that Nikki wanted to do $4.95 and get to WrestleMania, that made me think that she was going to keep it.
I know. It's absolute insanity. I thought for like a fleeting second that was going to be happening, but then it went out of my mind. The way that she worked the match, the way that she dominated it there, yeah, it's not a big surprise that this is how it went. So I'm glad to see Charlotte as a champion. I thought we got a really good moment at the after it, of course. So I was really happy with that. What else you got, man?
Yeah, just one more thing to add on about the Divas.
Yes, sir.
It's really surprising me. They're not having the 4 horsewomen in 2K16.
Yeah, they might be a DLC thing. I don't know why that is. I'm a little confused by that as well. Now I've heard that twice. I thought I already saw Charlotte at the very least in the game, but apparently that's not the case. They'll be in it. Look, they'll be in it. There'll be like some kind of exclusive release, a release on launch day, something. I'm sure they have to be.
Yeah. And then this whole Go to Hell tour thing got me hyped.
Oh my God. You want to talk about shocking things tonight? There were a few things that were a little bit surprising, which WWE doesn't always pull off anymore nowadays, which we had a really good conversation on the prediction show yesterday, if you guys didn't catch that. But yeah, this was that really took the sales out of me. We're watching this go to hell thing. I'm like, okay, well, go to hell. That's kind of weird.
I thought it had something to do with Kane.
Yeah, but we get the night we get the Madison Square Garden thing. I'm like, okay, I know that. Then they're like, and then the podcast with Stone Cold Steve Austin. I was like, oh,
and it's in Dallas.
I'm like, oh, I like that. That's pretty cool. I'm like, that's pretty friggin' awesome. And then Hell in a Cell with The Undertaker out of nowhere. Nobody had this. I don't think anybody predicted it, that it was going to. I think I may have said something about it in passing, but I quickly dismissed it because obviously we're all thinking WrestleMania. Maybe we're wrong about that. Maybe this isn't going to WrestleMania. Maybe they have other plans to end this feud with Taker and Brock early inside of Hell in a Cell. This is their second time in Hell in a Cell, by the way.
Yeah, because on the commercial, if you look closely, it says the finale.
Yeah.
Like, real quick.
Yes, it does. Yeah. It does. You're right. Very interesting. I like this. It's surprising. It's different. They're kind of going in a different direction. That's pretty cool. And it opens up more possibilities for WrestleMania. Because when they said the Stone Cold Steve Austin podcast, my head went, oh, too bad that they've already squashed this whole idea with him and Austin. But now knowing that the Hell in a Cell thing is happening, what if him being on the podcast is to revitalize these talks, and maybe we are still going to get Austin and Brock at WrestleMania 32. There's all kinds of possibilities on the table. It's incredible. It's a really cool thing right now. I'm very excited.
Yeah. And then to talk about Kevin Owens.
Yeah, I'm going to get through all of those matches throughout the course of this review. I got copious amounts of notes. But yeah, what did you go ahead and tell me what you thought about it? I want to know what you thought about Kevin Owens getting the victory.
I thought it was really smart for it to open the show.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm just happy. I feel like Ryback, it was time for him to lose it.
Yeah. I like the way they did it too, because obviously this is going to lead to more matches in the feud. I thought the match was pretty damn good. I thought Ryback really did get I should say Kevin Owens got a lot out of Ryback. I thought that was pretty interesting. And it was a good match. I liked the eye rake into the finish there. That was kind of cool. A lot of roll-ups tonight, it seemed, but it was fun. I had fun with that, and I'm glad Kevin Owens is the champion. I am unbelievably glad that he is the champ.
And then I got scared for like Ambrose and Roman when that guy jumped into the ring.
Yeah, that is getting scary. And that's something I do want to talk about.
Because he looked like he was armed with something or something.
Yeah, I'm gonna. You know what? I'm gonna let you go at that, and I'm gonna go ahead and talk about that for a few minutes. I appreciate the call, Gage. Nice call, buddy.
Yeah.
Take it easy, my friend. Keep the lines open. Keep the calls going through. But yeah, Gage gave a really good point there, and I wanted to talk about that. Fans jumping the guardrails. This is becoming more and more common. This is becoming a serious issue because it's not going to take much for one of the, I mean, Jesus Christ, he was right behind Roman and Dean. He could have had double knives and just fucking messed up both of them completely. Luckily, he just wanted to take a picture. It looked like he just wanted his selfie moment, and he got that. He looked very weird. He kind of looked like Christopher Daniels, didn't he? He looked a little bit like Christopher Daniels. Holy shit. So that was pretty damn interesting. So that was a cool thing, I thought. A lot of fun there. No, that was not fun. I'm sorry. I got completely friggin' turned around for a second. No, it wasn't fun. It's not funny. It's not a good thing that people are jumping the rails. It's a very bad thing. It's very bad for everybody. So it's just what it is. Don't jump rails, kids. Don't jump rails. Not good for anybody. If you jump rails, you're getting arrested. Really simple. Oh, we got our first donation of the night from Mosh Master D. Donated $5. Thank you very much, Mosh Master D. Giving your favorite fat guy a tip. Mosh Master D says, WWE, time for them to fire their entire security department for allowing Maven to jump the rail for time. Now this happened. It did kind of look like Maven. That's hysterical. Yeah, that is pretty damn funny. That's pretty damn funny, man. Pretty interesting. Like, there's a lot of people talking about this in chat, so I'm going to go ahead and make reference to it one more time very quickly. The Joe Cronin Dead on Dave collaboration, at least for the time being, is now over, unfortunately. Maybe one day we will come back together and bring the beauty of our friendship or our partnership back into the light and stuff. But as for now, we're going our separate ways, so it is what it is. But Jesse will be here in a little bit. He's grilling fish. Jesse's grilling fish. And fish is more important than anything else to Jesse. But he'll be here in a little while. So you got that to look forward to. But now let's go ahead and take another call. Raise Moxley, you are live with Dead on Dave. What you got?
What's up, Dave?
Holy God, what are you? Oh, my, you're blowing my ears out.
I'll roll the volume 1 second.
There you go. You sound better now. Yeah, what you got?
I thought Night of Champions was, pretty good, man. It beat my expectations.
Yeah.
Seth Rollins, he completely blew everyone away with his performance tonight.
I agree. I agree with that too. Seth did a really, really nice job. I agree.
The Charlotte Nikki Bella match. I mean, Charlotte was selling the hell of that injury. For a second, I thought she was really hurt. For a second.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of cool. The whole situation where she tweaked her knee on the outside. That was pretty cool, I thought. But it worked out fairly well.
I got one question about that.
Yes, sir.
I have one question about that. So, do you think that obviously Nikki Bella has a rematch clause, obviously. So, carry that out to the next pay-per-view or tomorrow on Monday Night Raw, next week, or to the next pay-per-view?
It all depends. If they want this to be over, which I think they do, more than likely it could be as early as tomorrow night. She cashes in, or she cashes her rematch in, and Charlotte defeats her again. But we might have some interference from either Sasha, Becky, or even Paige at this point to kind of go the next feud.
Yeah, I was also thinking that. I was kind of surprised there was no attack from Paige or Becky Lynch or anything. I mean, but it should be coming up. I mean, it's there, the build up and everything, the whole jealousy angle. So I think that should be coming up.
I'm in agreement.
Highlight of the paper.
I'm in agreement with you, by the way. I think that's 100% going to be. It's coming up. It has to be. And I think this just furthers the whole line of thought that they just wanted to give Nikki the stupid ass record for whatever good that did for anybody, and just move on to
Didn't
the
do
next
any
thing.
good for me.
No, it didn't. I don't think it really does anything. I don't think it really did much there, and it was just kind of stupid. So, but hey,
301 days of pure shit.
that's right. But hopefully, long live the reign of Charlotte.
Yes. By the way, I have this is an idea I was thinking about as I watched the match. It's so you see NXT and the main roster. The main roster has the Divas Championship. NXT has the Women's Championship.
Yes, sir.
So what if Charlotte comes out tomorrow on Raw, retires the Divas Championship, and brings back the Women's Championship? I think that would be pretty cool.
Yeah, I thought that was going to be
Just
a very
to
good
really
possibility too.
give the feel of a Revolution, give it a real feel, like you're fighting for something new. And that's what the Divas Revolution is about. New divas, new movesets, new entertainment, and you need a new championship.
Yeah, I think it's a very good possibility. I think it's a very good possibility. I would
One
like
thing
to
that
see that.
disappointed-
So.
I'm sorry for cutting you off, by the way.
No, you're good, buddy. What else you got?
I can't. I'm not gonna lie to you. The whole Chris Jericho as a Miz partner kind of let me down. I have to say,
What match let you down? I'm
kind of
sorry.
let me down. Chris Jericho as the mystery partner kind of let me down.
A little bit. I see where they were trying to do. The pop was good. He did bring a very good pop with him, and now it looks like they are trying to work him into the story a little bit with him with that little heel shoulder bump to Mr. Dean Ambrose. That was kind of interesting.
Poor Dean, man. He always gets stuck, with all of those problems.
Yeah.
And Roman's just there. He's like, okay.
I thought the match though was pretty good. The ending was the ending was a little predictable. Chris Jericho coming in, he's going to lose to a young talent. That's what he does. That is what Jericho does. Let's face it.
But Strowman kicked out his 2 Superman punches and a top rope elbow, a spear, and a lion salt with ease.
We got to see a lot of good stuff out of Strowman tonight. He got stretched out the most that he has tonight. I thought that was very good. It was a lot of fun to see that. So, yeah, I was very happy to see that we got to see a little bit more out of him. I think people are going to start seeing him as more as just a mountain of man now. I think that people can start seeing him as an actual viable competitor, and that's a good thing.
He impressed me tonight. Like, I was, kind of like green on him. Is he like another just big guy? Like, is he going to be another Rusev, be undefeated, then lose and go to mediocrity? Because look at let's talk about what happened to Rusev tonight. Oh, man.
Yeah.
That was.
Do we have to?
We don't.
He got blasted with a shoe. He got blasted with a shoe.
I think Dolph Ziggler should be the manager of the Young Bucks, in my opinion.
Yeah. That was random. Random comment of the night goes to you, Mr. Moxley. Holy crap.
Look at the way he dresses, the way he acts, the way he moves. Like, it's like a whole 90s generic washed up thing, and I don't like it.
To me, tonight, it looked like he was going for a Shawn Michaels tribute.
Yes.
The pants, the holding of his back, the whole shebang-a-bang. He looked very HBK-ish tonight. But I don't mind Ziggler very much. Because they're not going to let him go too high up the card, obviously. The Rusev match was blah. It was okay. It wasn't terrible. It was fairly predictable with Miss Hot Summer getting in the way there. But it is what it is.
Poor Ruru.
You just made me spit water. Yeah, poor Ruru.
Oh, man.
What else you got, Ray, before I let
Cena,
you go here, buddy?
One more thing. Cena winning was like almost completely predictable.
Yeah, but again, it was done well. See, the predictability thing doesn't bug me. I thought that match was fantastically well done. Seth Rollins deserves like super gold star tonight for his performances. Both back to back, I thought he made both guys look really, really good, especially Sting. I think he did a really good job with Sting. It's unfortunate Sting got hurt towards the end of that match, but I still like the ending to it a little bit. I thought it was kind of cool. The fact that Sting did finish and with the roll up there, that was kind of cool. So, but I thought the match was well done. So it didn't really take away too much that we knew that Cena was going to take the title back. At the very least, we at least get our John Cena U.S. Open matches back. So that's cool, right?
And I was gonna ask you about before you let me go. I was gonna ask you if you can answer these two questions for me, like throughout the show.
I can certainly
Like,
try.
first question was about the Johnson Open Challenge because we all know that's gonna come back.
Yeah.
I want you to name the 3 top superstars NXT main roster that you want to see face Cena. And my second question was, since I 100% thought Sheamus was cashing in tonight, but he didn't, so
Yeah.
I was wrong about that. When do you see him cashing in, and do you see him cashing in successfully?
Oh, Lord. I see him cashing in somewhere around Royal Rumble, and I have a feeling it's probably going to be a no. I don't think he'll be successful. As far as the 3 that I'd like to see with John Cena, I have a feeling that this is going to all culminate with Kevin Owens coming back into the picture. And a title versus title type of situation. I know they just did it, but in like 4 or 5 months, it'll look pretty fresh again. So I can see that happening. Finn Balor, love to see that.
Yes.
And I don't really have a lot of reasoning as to why I'm about to give this answer, but the other one's Samoa Joe.
I knew it.
Love to see that. Well, I want to see Samoa Joe do anything, man. Look, it's no surprise. I'm an advocate for getting Samoa Joe up to the main roster sooner rather than later. Because I'd like to see what he does. I think the career he's had, he absolutely has earned a shot to show what he can do on the main stage. He's going to bring a hell of a following with him, and it'll be a lot of fun. And what better way to introduce him than with John Cena? So that'd be fun.
Well, thank you, man. Thank you.
No problem, brother. I
you.
appreciate the call, man.
Love the show, man.
Hey, I appreciate that very much. Take it easy, Raze. Raze Moxley, everybody. Raze Moxley. If you want to call in and get your opinions heard just like Raze, you can go ahead and call in on Skype. DAVIDVANCURA. And call in. Call in. So it's all good. It's not a big deal. So you can, people in the chat there, all wrestling. You can go ahead and call. Oh, it's Asher. You can call. You can call in. You can call in, and on Skype, David Vancura, DAVIDVANCURA. I gotta stop reading the chat. I'm getting distracted by stupidity. Oh no, so that's okay. Let's go ahead and get into the copious amounts of notes. I don't know what. Look. Here's the reality. This is as much as I'm going to say about the situation. I don't know what Joe is saying on his channel, and honestly, I don't care. He let us go because we expressed some opinions he didn't like. So he had a fit. He let us go. He said he didn't want us there no more, so we're not there. What's the big deal? That's it. You can go ahead and it is what it is. So I'm not going to trash Joe Crony. He's done a lot for my channel. I feel I've helped him out quite a bit too. So it's okay. He wants to make fun of me. He's just showing how classless he can be. It's not a big deal. Let's go ahead and take another call. Typhoon. Oh, God. Typhoon Asher Trasher.
So, hey, Dave, how's your day been going?
Oh, fantastically, Asher. How are you doing?
So, good. How are you?
I just answered good.
That turd nugget Joe is just.
Don't even need to talk about it.
Let's talk about the pay-per-view.
Let's talk about the pay-per-view.
So let's talk about the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
What was your favorite match?
Fuck that. I'll get into that. What was your favorite match?
My favorite match was probably the main event, Sting versus Rollins, because when Kane returned, I went, Paul Gold, it's Kane! Paul Gold, it's Kane!
So you had a good mark-out moment. That's good.
Yeah, it was a great pay-per-view.
Yep.
10 out of 10.
Oh, that's a high rating. That's a high rating.
I agree.
That's a pretty high rating. It was a good pay-per-view, though. I had a lot of fun with it. So, anything else before I let you go? I got a lot of callers coming in. Holy crap.
Okay, one more thing. There's a lot of Asher haters, and screw all you guys. Have a good day, Dave. And all the Asher likers, have a good day. Bye.
Asher likers and Asher haters. Let's take another call. Ed Rage Hardy, you're live with Dead on Dave. What you got?
Hey, what's up, Dave?
How you doing, man? What's up?
I'm doing great. Night of Champions was a great pay-per-view, not bad.
I thought it was pretty good, yeah, man.
Yeah. I just want to say, I really hope Jericho is going for a heel thing now.
It looks like it. I mean, the little shoulder bump, it's a little bit of a a tease there. He needs to be interesting if he's going to be working a little bit of a stretch run here. So yeah, I'd like to see him go heel.
Yeah, and that's like, yeah. And oh my, and I just realized, like, I hope they really do something with Rollins, book him right. I mean, they did something fantastic today with him.
I thought so too. Yeah.
With that match with Sting and Cena, that was pretty good. Working 2 matches in one night like that.
He worked his ass off. Am I thrilled that it looks like we're going to get a little bit of a Kane feud? No, I'm not. That sucks. It's Kane. But at least it's masked Kane. At least it's Demon Kane. So that's something. It's not corporate sellout shit Kane. That's a good thing, right? Fuck.
Yeah, I mean, I think they should have made Kane return another way. I mean, it was not bad, but it was not good either. Really,
it could have been a little bit better. I think that his placement there was kind of interesting. People were thinking he was going to show up earlier in the night, so I don't know. I think the way that the whole thing ended was fairly on a high note. Not letting Sheamus cash in, I think, is a good thing. They teased it so heavily. That's what made it to me like they weren't going to allow it to happen. I'm kind of glad they stuck the course on that. You got anything else, man? I got a bunch of callers coming in. Holy crap.
Yeah, that's it, man. Keep up the great work, man. I've been watching you for a couple months now. It's
hey, I appreciate that, man. So, thanks a lot.
All right, man. All right,
take it easy, Mr. Hardy. 40 Shot is on the line. You're live with Dead on Dave. What you got?
Hi, you guys can hear me?
Yeah, I can. What's up, man?
Yeah, no, I just wanted to say that that's it.
That's it. That's. I can't hear you, buddy. I'm sorry, 40 Shot. Can't hear you. Looks like your signal dropped out. Take it easy, bud. No, nothing I can do about that. It's okay. So let's go ahead and keep this thing. Let's get into the copious amounts of notes, man. We got the copious amounts of notes to get into. We've barely even touched on them. So let's jump in. Oh, Black Mamba's in the chat. Black Mamba, call in. Black Mamba, please call in. I really would like you to call in, Black Mamba. There are some things that need to be talked about. If you'd like to call in, he's not going to call in. Black Mamba knows better than to call in. Go ahead and call in, buddy. For those of you who don't know, the Dead on Dave Productions Fantasy Baseball League is in the playoffs. And round 1 featured me in the number 3 seed and Black Mamba in the number 6 seed. We had an epic battle. Jesse should be showing up in a little bit. He's grilling fish. He's grilling fish. He's doing his grilly grill thing. I set him as moderator in the chat, so he is there, but he'll be on the show in a little bit. Hopefully. Supposed to call in. We had an epic confrontation. Epic confrontation, me and Black Mamba. Very happy with the way that playoff went, but I was able to get the victory over the Mamba 1 by the slightest of margins. 514.50 to 514.17. I am victorious. And yes, joining me now is Brandon. What's going on your live Dead on Dave?
You cheated.
Oh, it is Mamba.
Oh,
what's up? Buddy?
I don't want to get off the subject, but
no, it's okay.
I had confidence. I had confidence I was gonna win, so I picked up a picture for tomorrow.
That was a mistake. Why did you do that? I got screwed.
I thought I was gonna win today.
I got screwed earlier in the week. Alex Wood Stark got moved up by a day, so I got screwed. Because I was so
got
pissed
Jesse
off.
Jesse Chavez and who else? And somebody else that got moved. Oh yeah, 2 pitchers. I mean, because the last week everybody's getting moved and shit. So
yeah, it screwed me over though because I picked up. See, that was the thing. I picked up Alex Wood, and then his thing got moved after I picked him up, so I got screwed. so I didn't get him on the day that I was supposed to get him. So I got completely fucked over there, which really sucked balls. But what a matchup, man! We put up 1,000 points between.
I was watching it all day.
So was I.
The first inning of the Mets game, fucking David Wright.
David Wright.
Oh
I was like, all I need is one hit. One hit, David Wright. One hit. Either that or I also had Betances in there as well, so he could have pitched. But hey, it was a hell of a match, dude. You made it to the playoffs, which I didn't think you were going to do. You did a great job.
You guys have the worst team in baseball, and you said that about football.
You're a terrible manager.
I don't care no more.
Oh, you're a horrible manager. Horrible.
No.
But you did a good job of getting to the playoffs, but it's hard to get by the copious one, my friend. It's hard to get by the copious one.
I lost. I did it to myself.
It was a good match. What do you think about the pay-per-view tonight, man?
I think it sucked. I didn't like it. I don't
Really?
like any of it. Wait, let me see that. I like the Kevin Owens because he won, but Chris Jericho. Once I saw him come out, I wasn't excited. I was like, this guy again?
Yeah, well,
he comes every year.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't mind it too much.
Yeah, the Rusev thing, I don't care about that. Seth Rollins, he was good today, but I don't like the ending. Like, what the hell? Kane?
The thing with that, I didn't mind that too much, to be completely honest. I wasn't completely pissed off the fact that Kane got involved at the end. It was after the match. All he really did was prevent Sheamus from cashing in, so it didn't bug me that much. Do I wish that it would have been something else? Maybe, but, seeing Demon Kane is always a little bit of a thrill for me. I gotta admit, I'm a little marked for that. But I didn't think it took away. I thought Seth Rollins did a great job tonight, so I was pretty happy with it overall. I gotta be honest. I liked it.
Yeah, I just don't like his. I think it's his mask. It doesn't look scary. His old one is much better.
Yeah, well, the old one looked like a sex mask. Like you don't know if he was gonna wrestle you or wrestle you. You weren't sure what was gonna happen. Mom, you got anything else before I let you go? I got Tony Barrasso on the line. That's been a long time since he's been here. I got to get to him.
All right. Hey, I just want to say I'm gonna win the fantasy football league.
No, you're not.
No,
you're not.
You're a bitch.
Oh, shots fired at Tony.
Well,
Tony Barrasso, long-time listener. What's going on, buddy? You're live.
Holy shit, man. It's been a while. It's crazy to be back on here. Listen, with that whole Shield versus Wyatt family with, Chris Jericho walking out, do you think this builds up a future, another future match? And are they going to have to find a new partner? And maybe we can finally get somebody from NXT to bring them up.
I think that they're kind of setting a precedent for a revolving door partner, which I'm not opposed to either. I think they're going to be trying to find a perfect partner, which could ultimately lead back to Seth Rollins if they want to go that route at WrestleMania. I don't know. I think that the use of Chris Jericho is going to be interesting. It looks like he's not just there for a one-off. Why else have him do the little shoulder tackle thing with Dean Ambrose there? It looks like we could be getting heel Jericho, which, let's face it, it's heel Jericho's the best Jericho.
Yes, of course.
He's fantastic as a heel. Who doesn't love a little heel Jericho action? So I'm happy about that. Was I a little underwhelmed with it being Jericho? Yeah, kind of. But at the same time, it's still Chris Jericho. We're talking about one of the greatest of all time. So it's hard to get too disappointed. You could talk about, the use of part-timers and blah, blah, blah. It's a throwaway spot anyway, and what does Chris Jericho do? He comes in and once again, as always, puts over a young star.
You know what? Right when I saw Chris Jericho enter, like exactly how you thought, I was a little bit like, it could have been somebody else, but hey, it's fucking Chris Jericho. Yeah. That's why I had the feeling that the Wyatt family was going to go over, because that's really what Chris Jericho does.
That's what he does.
He puts talent over, which is that's what makes him even better.
The second he tagged in, I was like, oh no, Chris. You poor dumb bastard. I was like, oh no. But I figured the Wyatts were going to win anyway. I think I pitched a perfect game tonight, man. I think I
Yeah.
got all my predictions 100% correct, which I've never done in the history, the now year-long history of Dead on Dave Productions on YouTube. We've been a year today. It's September 21st for me here in Germany, so I'm already claiming 1 year on YouTube. Woo! I'm the survivor! Woo! Thank you guys for all the support, by the way. 1 year on YouTube, couldn't do it without you guys, so I really appreciate that. But the entire year I've been doing it, I don't think I've ever gotten every prediction right. Every single match I think I hit. Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm probably more pleased with it than I should be, to be completely honest.
I can't blame you because the wrestling was great. Just
Yeah.
like the ending of Cena versus Rollins. I guess at first I was pissed because it's fucking Cena.
Yeah.
But you gotta get it, and then Kevin Owens, which he's my man.
Yeah, he's everyone's man.
Favorite
Yeah.
wrestler in the business. Glad he went over, and Ryback had a good had the title for a good amount, I guess.
Well, and not only did he have the title for a nice little run, this feud's not over. And I think we saw one of the best versions of Ryback tonight. Kevin Owens is able to get the best out of anybody, and he proved it once again tonight by really just pulling the best, every ounce of any type of goodness he can get out of Ryback. He really did pull tonight, and I thought it was a really good match. I liked the ending. In fact, I loved the ending. When was the last time we saw a good old-fashioned eye rake? I mean, come on. Only Kevin Owens. Kevin friggin' Owens. Come on.
Yeah, he's done it with Cesaro, which we didn't need, but we needed it with Cena, and I guess we kind of needed it with Ryback, even though Ryback already did great selling with the arm, which was good. I like that. And how about that fucking random guy running into the ring?
I gotta admit, man, it's scary. That scares me, how easy it's happening as of late.
Oh my god, it's like the third time it's fucking happened.
It's the third time that it's happened in like the last 5 weeks. It's the second time it's happened in the last 2 weeks. Roman Reigns gets hit with a fucking briefcase. Dean Ambrose, it's terrible, but it was still funny, but it was awful because it could have killed the guy. Let's face it. Briefcases are not light. We got Dean Ambrose getting attacked in the aisleway, and now we got a couple of jackoffs coming and posing with people. It was crazy. Someone's gonna get killed.
The kid ran over the rails with Rollins.
Yeah.
Then it's 4.
Yeah,
That's 4.
It's craziness, man. It's unfortunate. It's sad, and someone's gonna get hurt eventually. So I don't like it. Do not jump the rails, kids, especially if you look like Christopher Daniels, because that's what he did. You got anything else, Mr. Tony?
No, that was it. It's great to be back on. I gotta call in more. Thank you.
Whenever you like, buddy. No, I'll always take your call.
All right, thank you, buddy. Have a great night.
Tony. You too, bud. Dr. Bostonian keeping the calls a-going. What you got, man? You're live with Dead on Dave.
Hey, man, I'm going to be quick. Tonight, 8 out of 10.
I like it when you're quick. I like it when you're quick, Dr. Bostonian. In and out, baby. In and out. I'm just kidding. Go ahead. I'm sorry I got creepy. What you got?
Brock's Hell Tour. It's going to be lit, man.
It's
going to be great.
Thanks for no-selling me there, by the way. I got passionate with you, and I got nothing. I got passionate with you, and you gave me nothing. It's okay.
I'm sorry.
I'm a generous lover, so it's all right. Not a big deal. Yes, to your point, the Hell Tour. Probably the biggest surprise of the night. I thought it was awesome. Thought they did a really good job with that, just out of fucking nowhere. And I think it opens up more possibilities going forward.
My favorite highlight of the night, Sting going through the table. I just thought that was the funniest moment for some reason.
He pulled a Randy Orton there, didn't he? He pulled a Randy Orton, just taking a really bad bump. Sting impressed the shit out of me tonight. And it's unfortunate that he got hurt at the end there. I thought I heard him say, my knee. I thought I heard him say that, but I'm not sure because it didn't look like a knee after that. But I felt really bad for him when he collapsed like that. But I thought he had a fantastic showing, man.
Yeah, he did. He really did have a great showing. One of my favorite events of the year, maybe. Really great night.
Yeah, I think so. I think it was very good. So you gave it an 8 out of 10?
Yeah, that's where I'm going with the rating.
I think I'm right there with you. I might even be able to be talking to a little bit higher. There's some complaints. Obviously, there's some complaints. You can make some complaints about some of the predictability, but I thought everything was good tonight. I thought the wrestling was well done. I thought everything was executed really well. And when things are executed well, the predictability isn't as big of a deal because let's face it, it's wrestling. It's professional wrestling. And when you've been watching it for as long as a lot of us has, we've seen mostly everything. You know what I mean? So there it is.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else, Dr. Bostonian?
Xavier Woods' hair was
Roof feet. Oh! Yeah, he killed me. That was great.
But yeah, I'd say the most best thing I'm looking forward to is going to be the Brock Stolcone interview. That's
the interview is going to be really interesting because the possibilities of afterwards with Brock and Undertaker wrestling at Hell in a Cell, that might open up a slot at WrestleMania now. I know that's speculation and all of that, but it's a possibility. Things don't just happen for no reason. And I still think that Austin and Heyman knew what they were doing at that podcast that they had. I feel that it was completely worked. It was on purpose. And I think they may still capitalize on it. Why else end the feud with Taker and Brock now? So, I don't know. Anything else the Bostonian one?
No, that's really it. I'll keep it quick. I'll let you get to the phones, and congrats on the 1 year.
Thank you very much, man. I appreciate that. 1 year on YouTube, and we're going for 2, and we're going to go even bigger this upcoming year. So thanks a lot, man.
Not a problem.
Take it easy, Dr. Bostonian. Take it easy. Michael Mendoza, you are live with Dead on Dave. What you got, playa?
What's up, Dave? What's up, man?
I Teddy Longed you. Playa.
Yeah, what's up, playa?
It was good.
You got to do the voice, though. You got to do the proper voice, though.
Hey, now, playa. I can't do Teddy Long. I can't do that. I don't know what the hell that was. I tried to. Hey, now, playa. What the hell was that? I have no idea.
No, what's up, man?
I don't know, man. How you doing? How did you enjoy Night of Champions? Did it pop your cherry, or did it leave you dry as sandpaper?
I'm actually gonna go in the opposite way for some reason. I'm in the minority, I guess. I'm gonna say that it left me dry, man.
Wow, really? Care to share why?
I don't know, man. The matches didn't really do it for me. I mean, they were fine. It was kind of like what I expected Monday Night Raw should be every week, sort of.
Oh, I don't know about that. I think this was definitely better than a standard Raw.
I don't know, man. I just couldn't get into it, man. I actually fell asleep during the Dolph Ziggler match. I have no idea what happened during that match.
I'll give you a quick synopsis. Nobody gave a shit. Look, I'll give you completely honest with you there. Nobody gives a shit about that match. The exclusion of Lana and now this weird thing with him and Summer. Nobody gives a shit. Summer screeched really loud, and then the only good thing that happened in that match, by the way, that was actually a fairly decently wrestled match.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was actually. I mean, look, it's Ziggler and Rusev. They're going to at least put on a show. But the best part of it was Summer Rae blasting Rusev with a shoe on accident. She hit this man in the mouth with a shoe hard as fuck. And he looked upset. He looked mad.
I gotta check that back out.
He looked pissed off. It was great.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like I said, the matches, I didn't have a major problem with the match. It's not like I sat there and was like, oh, well, this is boring. It just, I don't know. It just didn't. Besides the Seth Rollins, the last 2 matches, that was entertaining, really entertaining, because I like the whole setup of him. When John Cena is like, no, you're going back in the ring, and he gives him the attitude adjustment onto the floor, and he's like, and then Sting comes out like, I was into that. I was enjoying the shit out of that. But I don't know, like those last 2 matches definitely made it up for me, but everything else just sort of, I don't know what happened, man. Like I don't know. For me, I guess I'm in the minority because I'm listening to a lot of people and they're really digging it.
It seems like that is the wavering majority, is people were really happy. By the way, really quick, want to give a shout out to Mosh Master D for another donation tonight. Thank you very much. A $20 donation from Mosh Master D. Thank you for your tip to your favorite fat guy in the world. And his little message to everybody was, before me and my friends weren't laughing over the Maven rail jump throughout this whole match, we actually thought that Reigns and Ambrose partner would be Brock Lesnar.
What?
I don't know how anybody could think that, but Mosh Master D, hey, that's all right. whatever you guys were drinking, I really hope that you pass some on to your boy because I can use it tonight. But hey, I appreciate the donation. And if you guys want to donate just like Moshmaster D, you can go into the description box of this video and donate to the channel and help keep things going here and upgrading and, just giving the fat guy a tip. If you tip your barista at Starbucks, why not tip the guy giving you 100% free entertainment? I don't even monetize. Come on. What's better than that? So yeah, go ahead. Oh no, what you were saying about I love that John Cena thing, by the way. I love the fact that he AA'd him on the floor. I thought Sheamus might cash in before the title match, which would have been really friggin' interesting. When Cena AA'd him on the floor, I was like, oh my God, Sheamus is going to come in and cash in right now. What's going to happen?
I thought about
the
that
Sting
too.
thing a troll? How good would that be?
Yeah, I thought about that too, but I figured they would go for the bigger bang at the end of the match and, have him come out, which they did. And I got to say, I was almost really nervous for a quick second that he was going to get, when he gives him that bro kick, I was like, whoa, I was like, this is really going to happen right now.
I thought he was pinning him. I did. And then the lights go out and we get Kane.
I know.
Which, look, we're all tired of Kane. I get that. But it's still Demon King, right?
Yeah, but you got to tell me. I don't know if you noticed, but I don't know if it's just me just putting that on that. But if you notice, if you look back, you gotta look at that. We look at Kane come out, and he has the most here I go again with this fucking mask on my face again. Like he looked like he did not want to be there, or he didn't want to
be fair, when he has the mask on, he is the Demon King. It's not like he's supposed to be skipping, singing fucking Backstreet Boys.
He just looked like he just had like that I'm too old for this shit face.
It's not like he's supposed to be like Backstreet's back all night. No, that's not what's supposed to happen there.
He just
he's
looked
angry.
like he didn't want to wear that mask.
This is the guy who has shocked people's testicles. He lit JR on fire. Katie Vick, the list goes on and fucking on. This is Kane. He's not supposed to be happy when he comes down. No, but to your point, yeah, he does look like he's over it.
Like he just looked like he's done and over it. But
like they just told him, put the mask on, you fuck. Put it on, you fuck.
In his head, he's just like, oh, I miss my fucking pantsuit and my jacket. Just let me walk around comfortable. I don't know.
We put you in another movie, Kane. Get your ass in this mask, or I'll shove this mask up your bungus. No, I'm sure being in the suits and everything was really good for Kane because he didn't have to change. He could just walk into work like, look at me.
Yeah.
And walk to the ring, go home. Now he's got to put on that terribly uncomfortable onesie that he wears, put on that mask with the fake hair, which I'm sure is itchy as fuck.
Yeah, I forget that's not real hair, guy. Because I'm like,
real hair.
wait, didn't he have short hair? There's no way his hair grew that long.
Rogaine with minoxidil is good. Rogaine isn't that good, my friend. Rogaine isn't that good.
But I mean, I'm still not going to be incredibly harsh on it though. Like I still give it like I would still give it a 6.5 or a 7. But I guess I would work it to a 7 to like. I think I need another view. I think it's one of those pay-per-views for me that I need to go back and rewatch.
And I think it is watchable again too. That's the thing. I'm going to go back and watch it tomorrow because I think it is worth another watch. I'm in agreement with you on this. I think that you're being fair with your rating because I don't think it was egregiously bad in any aspect to be able to really shit on it. But I could see where some people were a little bit left in a lurch because if you were looking for big surprises and stuff, other than a couple of things, which I think they did pretty well, it was predictable. And I got every one of my predictions correct. That never happens. Never happens. I pitched a perfect game tonight. That never happens, man. I was dead on Dave tonight. I fucking lived my brand. I lived my brand for a change. And when you can live your fucking brand, that's a good thing. And I lived the brand tonight. I was dead on Dave. Pitched a perfect game. Call me Koufax, motherfuckers.
Speaking on that, on an off subject, I'm a Met fan. So, I mean, the fact that you're a Cub fan and I'm a Met fan and they're both winning right now.
Isn't it wonderful?
Both probably going... What happened?
Isn't it wonderful? It's wonderful.
It's fucking awesome, man. It's so fucking refreshing, man. So I just wanted to bring that up because I know that you're a Cub fan and
diehard
you
Cubs
guys
fan.
You guys have it way worse than us, but I mean, we've got it pretty bad as well. But the fact that
we're having such a
we're
good season, and I'm so happy with the way things are going. And you know what? I'm actually really happy for the Mets too.
Yes.
The turnaround they had in the second half was absolutely amazing. So
Yes, man,
congratulations to the Mets. And thank you, David Wright. Tonight with your one hit, you gave me a victory in my first round playoff victory over
David
Black
Wright,
Mamba
man.
by tenths of a point. By tenths of a point, I get the victory thanks to David effing Wright. Thank you very much. Mr. Mendoza, do you got anything else before I toss you over the top rope oh so gently?
Well, no, I just wanted to. I don't know if I know you got a lot of calls, but I don't know how long you're going to be on because I actually want to. I don't know if I could call back later, but I was just going to ask you, like, I don't know if you could answer this quickly or not, but I really wanted to know with this huge announcement that Brock and Taker are having their last match at Hell in a Cell. Where the hell do you think Brock is going to go now? I mean, besides the Steve Austin angle, because I don't know if that's really going to happen or not.
I think it's looking likely that's where else can he go? That's the thing. Look, with everything that is happening, with him going on the podcast at the same time he's doing the Hell in a Cell, he's going to end the angle with Undertaker months earlier than anybody expected. Brock has worked more this year than we thought he was going to. It looks like he's going to work even more. It makes sense. I said it from the beginning when I was championing this whole idea for for Brock and Austin at WrestleMania 32. My whole logic was because there is not a bigger money match that you could possibly put together than Brock and Austin. And that is still absolutely the case. So I'm looking for fireworks out of that podcast, and that is going to set up, I do believe, WrestleMania 32, Brock and Austin. I'm still holding out hope. Maybe I'm a sucker, but I'm holding out hope.
No, I'm hoping for that too. I just never knew if he was medically cleared for that. I mean, because last time I didn't know what his situation is as far as can he even actually wrestle, or is it too dangerous for him to get back in the ring, especially with a fucking guy like Brock Lesnar. I mean, you're gonna fucking get like 10 German suplexes on your neck all night. So I mean, I don't know how smart it would be for him to do that. I don't know.
Before Austin became reaffiliated with the WWE, he had talked several times about he believes he can work another match. Ever since he gotten back with WWE, they kind of told him to put the kibosh on that because they don't want giving away any possibilities of one more match for Austin. But the reality is, Austin is only 50 years old. I know that some people go, he's 50, but 50 is okay for one more match, and he's in great condition. He looks like he's in fantastic shape. Can his neck take the punishment? That's the biggest question that's going to have to be answered because, like you said, he's going to be in there with Brock Lesnar, and that's unbelievably dangerous. At the same time, these two have known each other a very long time. They have a lot of history. They have a lot of respect for each other. And I don't think Steve would do this unless he trusted Brock to get him through the match. So
that's true.
And we've all known that he was not happy with his final match with The Rock. He did not like the way that he went out. He was very disappointed with his showing in that, even though most people thought that was arguably the best of the 3 WrestleMania main events. People really enjoyed that match, but he was not very happy with it. So I think he wants one more. WrestleMania 32 in Texas. There's at Jerry World. There's simply no bigger way to do it. So
it's just the fact that it's in Texas. It
just all makes too much sense. It makes too much sense. Because if there's one match that could sell that stadium out, if there's one match that you can put on the card, that if you put it on the card, you don't have to worry about selling that stadium out. It's Brock and Lesnar. That will sell it out on its own. Then you can do Sting and Undertaker. And with Sting's loss tonight, even though I'm worried about his health now after the ending of that match, I am worried about his health.
I was trying to figure out if that was for real or not because
I think it was.
I didn't know. I mean, it looked like it for a couple moments, but then as soon as
I heard him say my knee. I swear I heard him say it. And then when he collapsed, that was scary.
Yeah, no, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I just like, yeah. That's another thing. I was talking about the Undertaker. I mean, like, I know you got to fucking throw me over the top
Oh,
rope.
it's
but-
okay. No, this is a good conversation. I'll throw you off. I'll throw you over in a minute. We'll finish this conversation. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, because now that opens up doors for the Undertaker, and now it's like, okay, well, who's gonna go against the Undertaker at WrestleMania? And yeah, Sting is the most likely answer, but what would be the angle on that? Like, you know, like that's
Legend
just, I mean,
versus
it's just
legend, double retirement.
legend versus legend.
I mean, double retirement types.
retirement.
They both go into Hall of Fame the night before. I mean,
Yeah.
there's plenty of selling points for it, and everybody seems to want to see it. You know, and that's the thing. I don't particularly want to see it because they're a combined 107 in age.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Yeah, I mean, I don't. I don't see how they're. I feel like I don't want Sting to lose again, even though I know he's not in it for the wins and he's not in it to be, to look good anymore. But I mean, if he goes at WrestleMania and just loses to Taker again, loses to Taker and he's just got another big loss.
The
it's
losses
just kinda,
don't mean anything to Sting.
I know, but
and he said himself, he's there to put people over. He's there to have his moments, and I think that's a really good thing. But right now, the biggest thing is his health. And he did not look good at the end of that match. But up until that point, he looked fantastic tonight.
Yeah, that was that match was for me was more entertaining than the Cena match. For me, I mean,
I can totally understand that. Sting threw himself all over the goddamn place. He looked better than almost any time that he looked in the last 3 or 4 years in TNA. He looked fantastic in this match tonight. I was really impressed with his performance. And then, damn, that was unfortunate that he got hurt. But it happens. It's a dangerous sport, man. It's a athletic competition, whatever you want to call it. It's dangerous, and it's not ballet, kids, as JR would say. So,
but all right, man. Like I said, I don't. I don't know how long you're going to be on. I feel like I'm forgetting something.
Well, don't worry about it. I'll be on for a little bit because I still haven't even gotten to the copious amounts of notes, but it's coming. So I'll be on for a while. So if you have something else, feel free to call back in.
All right, man. I appreciate it, man.
No problem.
And congratulations on the 1 year, man.
Thank you very much, man.
Keep on doing what you're doing,
man.
man.
I shall. Thanks, buddy.
All right, man. Take it easy.
Michael Mendoza, everybody. Pretty nice. Pretty nice of him, I would say. Ha ha. So, yeah, we got all kinds of good stuff going on here. We have copious amounts of notes to get to. Still waiting on Jesse. Jesse's doing his thing, grilling up some fish. He'll be here in a little bit, but it's okay. And we will get to some good stuff here quite shortly. Hopefully he'll call in. We'll have a fucking orgy. Yeah. We'll have ourselves a fuck party here on Dead on Day Productions. So, hey, if you're sitting in the chat and need something, do go ahead and hit the like button. And also hit the subscribe button because I believe we now have hit 1,400 subscribers. In fact, yes, we have. Thank you very much. 1,403 now in 1 year. Today is the 1 year anniversary of Dead on Day Productions, and you've gotten us to 1,403 subscribers. Thank you very much. It means the absolute world to me. I can't say enough. So thank you for getting me there. So you can go ahead and like, subscribe, and share. Also, if you want to donate to the channel, go ahead and go into the description box of this video and donate. Give the fat man a tip. You tip your barista, you can tip the fat man. Also, copious gear. You can go get yourself some copious merchandise over at www.deadondave.spreadshirt.com. And you can pick up your copious mug, your copious shirt, and all the other cool stuff. And if you do, take a little picture and send it to me on Twitter at DeadOnDaveV. I interact with everybody on Twitter. We're about to hit 500 Twitter followers, which that blows my goddamn mind. Probably even more than the subs, to be completely honest. 500 Twitter followers. I'm very active. When people write me, I always write back. So go ahead and hit me up on Twitter. I'm getting better with the whole social media thing, so it's not a big deal. So I will continue to do that. And I hope to see you on Twitter. I hope to see you there. So let's get into the copious amounts of notes while I'm waiting for the next caller. If you want to call in and get your voice here, you can call in on Skype. David Vancura, DavidVancura. You can go ahead and call in. And, do your thing. and you can tell me what you think about Night of Champions. You can tell me what you're looking forward to on Raw. You can give me your jokes. You can give me your insults, your praises, your quips, your thoughts, your prayers, your hopes, your dreams, your loves, your hates, your passions. What gets you wet? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. I want to know what gets you wet, what gets you hard. Mr. Swine Packers got up 27-17. Let's go. No, Packers. You know what I don't mind? I'm hoping that James Jones is doing good things tonight because I got him in fantasy. Boom. Dead on Dave Productions Fantasy Football League is on Yahoo. You can look it up and you can follow along everything that's going on there. I'm about to go to 2-0. 2-0. So let's go ahead and get to the copious amounts of notes while we're waiting for more callers and get into it, man. So here we go. I want to start with the Stardust and the Ascension versus Neville and Lucha Dragons. I got to be honest, I missed it. I didn't watch it. I've slept until 1:55 a.m. my time. I'm in Germany. So to get up to watch the pay-per-view, I got up 5 minutes before the pay-per-view, forgot about the pre-show. So I didn't watch the pre-show. Got up at 2 o'clock in the morning to watch the show. And now it's almost 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm doing a review with you guys. So I didn't see Stardust and the Ascension get the victory over Neville and Lucha. I thought that was going to happen, and it did. It seemed to be a very good match. People were talking very highly of it. A lot of good action happened, so that was cool, and I'm sure it's going to further that storyline. I just like the Ascension getting a victory in any way, shape, or form. It makes me happy that the Ascension gets a victory. So then we get the Intercontinental Championship match. First, I really dug that. Really dug that. And I like the fact that they put it on first. They decided to go big with it. That was awesome. And it was a good match. I was really surprised. Also, something that shocked me that I have down in my notes here, they used the word wrestler several times in the first 7 minutes of the show, which, if you know, that's a bugaboo in WWE. They don't use wrestler very often anymore. You know, I think that's lessened as Vince has given up more power, if he in fact has given up any. We don't know. But it seems to have lessened over time. But to see them use it over and over, especially attributing it to Kevin Owens, that says a lot to me. So that was pretty cool. So that's got to be a good sign. I took it as a good omen for the entire evening, to be completely honest, and I think I was right. We got a really good match out of Ryback and Kevin Owens. They have good chemistry together, but that could just be because Kevin Owens has good chemistry with anybody. Jesus, the stuff he's able to do. He got a lot physically out of Ryback, more than we usually get. I thought that was really good. He pushed Ryback a little bit, pushed the pace, which I think is important. Then he was able to get the victory with the eye rake, old school eye rake. I loved it. And then he rolls them up. We got some roll-ups tonight. I don't have a problem with that. And obviously this feud is going to continue. But the most important thing is Kevin Owens walks out as Intercontinental Champion. This guy with gold just seems natural. He's a champion, and he's better with the belt because he's going to piss people off. That's what he does. He's Kevin friggin' Owens. He may not be Seth freaking Rollins, but he is Kevin friggin' Owens, and I'll take that any day of the week. So I really enjoyed that match. I gave that match a good solid 8 out of 10. I really did enjoy it. Let's take a call. Phyllis Brown is calling now. You're live with Dead on Dave. What you got? Phyllis Brown, you're live.
Can you hear me?
I can. What's going on, man? You're live with Dead on Dave.
Hello? Oh yeah. No, I just wanted to say that I didn't think I liked the today's pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm.
That's my opinion, because I feel like the ending, I didn't really like the ending either, like the whole Kane situation and stuff like that. Like I just really want to see a regular match and see who's really gonna win.
We did see a regular match. That came after. He didn't interfere in the match. All it did, and this is why I gave it a pass, by the way. This is why I didn't shit on it, because all it did was prevent Sheamus from cashing in, which I didn't want to see anyway. Fuck Sheamus. Fuck him in the ear. Fuck him in his red hair. I don't give a shit.
But I think the Seth Rollins and the John Cena match, I think that was real good. Like, Seth Rollins, he's a really great wrestler. Like I
Yes,
think he's one of the
he
best
is.
right now to me.
No, I've been on Seth
Yeah.
Seth bandwagon for a long time, man. I love what Seth Rollins does. He's so physically gifted. He does so many things well. I'm a huge fan of his, and I thought both of his performances with Sting and Cena were great tonight. He made Sting look like $1,000,000. Sting put everything he had into that match. Unfortunately, it looked like he blew out a wheel at the end of there, but it was a really good match, I thought. And Seth Rollins is a huge reason as to why. That dude is physically gifted.
How do you think about the Chris Jericho? You thought it was gonna be him or somebody else?
I was really hoping it was going to be Samoa Joe. That's what I've been advocating for weeks and weeks and weeks. I want it to be Samoa Joe. And I think ultimately it still could be. This was obviously a one-time pop. They wanted to get a very big pop out of the crowd, which they achieved. And then Jericho comes into the match and does what Jericho does. He loses to younger talent. It's what Jericho does. His win-loss record is shit. It's terrible. But he's entertaining, and I like that they did the little teasing of the heel Jericho after the match. Because let's face it, heel Jericho is the best Jericho.
Hell yeah. What do you think about the Nikki Bella losing the title? You think she should have kept going, or you think it was time? Her time was up?
I thought her time was up on Monday. I felt this was very predictable, but I liked the match. So I give the predictability a pass because, I mean, after she didn't win it on Charlotte didn't win it on Monday, I knew she'd win it tonight. That's why I thought she should lose it on Monday because it would have made tonight a little bit more unpredictable. But I like the fact that Charlotte got the victory. I thought the match was good. But, you know, I kind of wish it would have happened a week earlier. You got anything else?
And how about the
I got
Dudley
another
Boys?
caller here I'm going to take. You got anything else?
No, that'll be all. That'll be all. Thank you.
Hey, no problem. I appreciate it, buddy.
All right.
Phil's Brown, everybody. Phil's Brown. Let's go ahead and take a long-time caller. Pittsburgh Boy 96. What's going on, man? You're live with Dead on Dave.
How you doing?
I'm friggin' fantastic, man. It's 6 o'clock in the morning here in Germany. I've hit officially 1 year on YouTube. 1,403 subs. Thank you guys for all of that. So I'm doing pretty good, man. How are you?
Pretty damn good.
You don't sound good. You sound upset.
It's just, a good pay-per-view and just chilling out now.
Oh, you're relaxing? Did you smoke some weed? Did you get some marijuana?
No.
Did you smoke the weed?
Nope.
Don't smoke the weed, Pittsburgh Boy. Stay away from the ganja. I wish I had some fucking weed right now. I'm telling you, I would get high as a motherfucker. What you got, man? What'd you think of tonight?
I tell you, a match I really enjoyed was the tag team match between the Dudleys and New Day. That was a great match.
Let me tell you, in my notes, I haven't gotten to that in the notes yet. I haven't gotten to a lot in the notes yet, but let me see what I have. Oh, donation time. Thank you very much. Glenn Jacobs Campaign donated $1. WWE superstar and Libertarian presidential candidate Glenn Jacobs is proud to announce that in absence, his twin brother Alvin will take the masked Kane role while Mr. Jacobs continues his road to the presidency. Hashtag order out of chaos. Hashtag Jacobs 2016. Thank you for the donation, Glenn Jacobs Campaign. I love those. That's fantastic. Thank you very much for the donation. Very much appreciated. And if you want to donate and give a tip to your favorite friendly neighborhood fat guy, go ahead and go into the description box of this video and hit the donate button. The new day. Let's get to the new day. Don't worry, Dr. Bostoni. I will get to you. I'm going to talk to my good friend Pittsburgh first, so you just keep quiet there unless you got something interesting to say. Yep. I'm just messing with Bostonian. New Day and 3D, man. Everything about this I loved. I loved from the second the music hit to the second they went to the back. It was beautifully done. If you're not loving what the New Day is doing, then you are simply being hypocritic to anything that anybody's been saying over the last few years. This is what we wanted to see. Oh, I'm going to have to let you go, Dr. Bostoni, because you got weird noises coming out yourself. This is what everybody's wanted to see. Everyone's like, push black people. They're pushing black people. Let's get back to tag team wrestling. They're getting back to tag team wrestling. Let people be themselves. They're letting these three young brothers be themselves. Get a little crazy. Push the boundaries. they're getting a little crazy and pushing the boundaries. I mean, everything you could possibly want, they are doing right now with the New Day, and it's absolutely awesome. I loved his hair. He looked like fucking Rufio from Hook, which I thought was great that Michael Cole even made reference to that. I wish the crowd would have did a better Rufio chant. I felt like if they were going to do the Rufio chant, they should have done it the way it should be done. That is, of course, Rufio. Oh, that's how it should have been done, and it wasn't, and it makes me upset to my soul, but that's not the New Day's fault. Xavier Woods with that damn trombone is
love it.
When he did Rocky, I lost my shit. That was great. That was great.
The thing that I got kind of surprised at how they were getting the tables. They were doing this whole save the tables thing, and here they are getting the tables.
Well, because they're dickheads. That's what's great. There's no reason. There's no logic. There's no consistency. There doesn't have to be. They're mega heels, and it's fantastic. The one thing.
So you think they're going to continue on this feud with
yes,
Team 3D?
Yes. With Woods going through the table, absolutely, and because we're talking about all these things that happened with the antics. The reality is that match was good. The actual wrestling, the Dudley Boys stepped up tonight, man. I thought they did a great job with the New Day, with these young lions, as people like to say. I thought they did a really good job and made the match very enjoyable. Very, very enjoyable, and made me want to see more. Woods going through the table was a cool thing because he did not see it. He was celebrating. I love when they do stuff like that. He's celebrating. He's getting all excited. He turns around, catches a 3D through the table. Come on, that's great. So, yeah, I loved it.
And then also with the Kevin Owens and Ryback match.
Yeah.
How long do you think this feud will be going on for?
Probably through the end of the year, if I had to guess. If I had to guess, and I wouldn't even be surprised if they trade the title a couple times. That wouldn't surprise me.
I'm not that long.
Yeah, I think they can, unless they're going to add somebody else to the title picture, which I'm not sure that they're really positioned to do it unless they just make a change. Like if they want to throw Ziggler into that situation or Rusev, they can do that because we need to get rid of that fucking feud. There are some other guys they could, but they don't seem to be having a lot of willingness to do that. I'd like to see Bray Wyatt and Kevin Owens. I'd love to see a heel versus heel situation with Bray Wyatt and Kevin Owens. That would be incredible, and I think we'll get it.
What would Braun Strowman and Luke Harper do?
Tag team division. Just there you go. But that's just pipe dreaming. That's me just shooting pipe dreams. So I don't know. But I think that it'll go on for a little while. They're definitely going to have at least one more main match at a pay-per-view before Kevin Owens moves on. So we'll see. Anything else, Mr. Pittsburgh?
Last thing is, so do you think the Bellas are done now? Do you think they're on their way out, or you think they still have a little bit left?
My head is telling me probably. When I'm thinking logically, I think they gave Nikki what she wanted. There's been rumors that she's banged up. I think she'll have one more match with Charlotte. She'll lose decisively, and they'll also set up the next feud with Charlotte there. So that's what I'm thinking. Anything else, Pittsburgh, before I throw you over the top rope ever so gently?
That's all I got, man. Thanks for taking my call.
No problem. As always, buddy. Take it easy.
You too.
Dr. Bostonian, you're back. What you got, buddy?
Hey, man, I got a question, and I got to tell you something. I went on the WWE's YouTube account, right?
Yeah.
They posted a video of Kevin Owens' reaction.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, it's scripted, but it's funny.
Yeah.
I would check that out.
Definitely.
He just screams. He screams the whole time. When I just talk to it's pretty funny.
I love Kevin Owens.
What do you think of this scenario where people were kind of clamoring, or I was personally upset with the fact that Owens didn't go over Cena back when that was happening? So now that they both have the one has the US, the other has the Intercontinental Championship, what if they had a match at WrestleMania, or maybe even a triple threat where Daniel Bryan somehow got involved, or maybe even a fatal four-way, and the winner gets both championships, and ultimately it brings back the European Championship belt?
Well, I don't know about bringing the European Championship belt, but I do see this ultimately culminating in Cena and Owens one more time. I think they're going to take a page out of, I think it was Jericho, Benoit, and it might have been Kurt Angle. I can't remember, but it was either 2 or 3 titles that were on the line in the match, and they had it was like 2 different falls, or maybe it was even 3 different falls, and each fall determined another title. So like the first fall was for the Intercontinental title, and the second fall was for the United States title. I think we're going to see something similar with that. That's where I think this is going. The fact that Kevin Owens and John Cena both have the titles now, I think that they're on a collision course to eventually reignite their feud. They make so much sense for WrestleMania. The matches that they had, they did 3 of them. They were really good. They were all fantastic. And having them go one more time at WrestleMania not only saves us from another Cena title reign or anything like that, but it also gives Kevin Owens a huge chance to shine at WrestleMania.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah.
I think after maybe Ryback, if he's healthy, Sami Zayn be another component.
I think that's important too, to think about the guys who are that are still down in NXT and when and if they come up. That's a really good point. Sami Zayn could be the next guy for Kevin Owens with the Intercontinental title. That's a really good point. I didn't even think about it because I forgot Sami Zayn was still around because he's been out for a while. But that's a really good point. I like that.
Or even a 3-way with the NXT guys. Somehow Neville gets involved or some shit. But
I would love if Neville got
amazing.
Involved. I'd get him out of this feud.
Yeah,
because
get
the
him
Joker.
out of it with Starcrust. Yeah, Starcrust or whatever the fuck his name is.
Anything else, Dr. Bustonian? I got Raw the Entertainer, and I can only contain him for so long.
Yeah, again, man, get to the phones. I just wanted to quickly say those 2 points. Thank you.
No problem. I appreciate it, Dr. Bustonian. Take it easy. Raw the Entertainer, thank you for your patience. What you got? You're live with Dead on Dave.
Okay, I just got home. I was a little bit late starting the pay-per-view.
Yes.
What is your opinion on tonight? I haven't got to hear it yet. Just a quick little summary.
Quick summary. I loved it. I really
Oh
did.
my God. Me and you are not on the same page on anything
That's
ever.
okay because I know I'm right. Like
I literally thought this was the worst pay-per-view of the year until the last 2 matches.
Okay.
Until the last 2 matches.
I love you to death, Raw, and everybody's entitled to their opinions, but you're fucking insane, dude. Here's the thing.
Okay,
man.
can I explain why? Why?
No, because I'm going to berate you first. I feel like I need to berate you first.
I deserve that.
You can't beat up the wrestling that much, man. The wrestling itself was solid in every single match tonight. Yes, look, if you're going to go to the predictability angle, I'm with you there. There was a lot of predictability, but when it's done properly, that's okay to me. I'm 32 years old. I've been around wrestling a long time. I've seen a lot of things. I predicted everything. I was 100% correct in my predictions tonight. That never happens. Never. I got everything right. That never happens, and it did not spoil one moment for me tonight. The Go to Hell tour announcement blew me away.
That was cool. That was amazing.
I felt, yes, there was a little lag with Rusev and Ziggler, but it opened well with the Intercontinental title. The Go to Hell tour thing blew me the fuck away. Rusev and Ziggler, although it was, I don't give a shit, I found some enjoyment because I thought the match was well done. And Rusev getting blasted with a shoe, I love that. New Day in 3D, one of my favorite segments I've had in a long time, man. I was so thoroughly entertained throughout the entirety of that segment. I also noticed somebody in the crowd wearing a Joker nurse outfit from Dark Knight. I loved that.
There you go.
That was great. The Divas title, although it should have been dropped last week on Raw, I thought the match was good. I thought Nikki did a really good job tonight, man. She's just awkward. She's just awkward looking, but she worked perfectly tonight with her just going after one fucking limb and just beating on it. Charlotte sold the shit out of it, I thought. The ending was
Charlotte did a great job to sell. I'll give her that.
She did. So look, Ric Flair gave me the feels. He gave me a major case of the feels after the match.
Oh, Ric Flair right now is wasted. I mean, out of his mind, wasted right now.
He's on Space Mountain. You want to go to Space Mountain, baby? Woo! That's definitely happening right now. And you know the best part? You know the best part? He's not paying
What?
that tab. He's not
That's
paying
true.
that tab because Ric Flair never pays. The champ never pays.
To quote Roddy Piper, he's eating a garage tonight in his office. Which I found out what that was, and that is the weirdest saying in history. It has something to do with cocaine back in like the 80s and eating a garage. I can't remember. People like when New Coke came out started storing Coke Classic in their garage. So it's this insane saying that right after Rowdy won a match one time, he goes, "I might eat a garage." And
I'm gonna eat a garage tonight.
yeah, I mean it's insane.
I'm
But
gonna finish.
my
I'm
reasoning
gonna finish
behind
up. Wait. I gotta finish up because I want to hit you with all of this, and then I'm gonna let you go for as long. I'm gonna let you talk. 6-man tag I really enjoyed mostly. The Chris Jericho thing was a little bit underwhelming, but at the same time, it's Chris friggin' Jericho, and they teased the heel turn. I enjoyed that. It's Chris Jericho as a heel. I like that. I'm cool with that. And then Seth fucking Rollins. He performed his ass off tonight.
MVP,
he did a great
MVP.
job with both matches. Sting looked amazing. Cena did a really good job. I was very happy with that whole thing. And even Kane didn't bum me out because his only purpose, really, aside from starting a feud with Seth Rollins, which I'm not happy about, but I'll get to that tomorrow when I actually see it. He prevented Sheamus from cashing in, so that made me happy. Here's the thing. The 3 hours went so goddamn fast for me. Nothing dragged. I was thoroughly entertained, so that's why I loved it tonight. So I'd love to hear why you hated it, because I don't understand. You're a smart guy, so I can't understand why you can say something so stupid.
The wrestling was good.
Yeah.
I'll say that much. But the booking to me was not there as far as with the way the matches ended. They all seemed so abrupt and up to the very last part. I mean, up until Cena, even Cena and Rollins had a pretty good finish. I'll give it that.
Yeah.
I meant up until the last two matches. The last two matches were great. Sting outperformed himself. He really did a great job.
Yeah, he did.
But to start out, it's with the Kevin Owens thing. Which makes me wonder if he can even pop up Powerbomb Ryback. I don't know if he is
could.
physically capable of doing it.
This is classic booking, by the way. That first match, classic booking of the ending. Kevin Owens with the eye rake into a fucking roll up. It's simply there. Look, you don't. The first title match, I was surprised that Kevin Owens won a little bit because the first title match is never the epic one. You want to build something. So now he did something nefarious. So now everyone's pissed off. Ryback's going to be fuming tomorrow. The feud builds, and it's going to build to an even more epic finish later on. It's called a payoff eventually.
My question,
so I have no problem with that.
Eventually, but I wanted a payoff. We should have gotten a little bit more build between Ryback and Kevin Owens. I know Kevin Owens deserves a title. He really does. I mean, me more than anybody knows that. But just the way that they booked it, I did not feel like I wasn't like, oh my gosh, this is great. I was like, wait, what? Oh, he's got a title now.
I can agree with you there, but I think it's because they called an audible, man. They called an audible because it looked like we were going to be more entrenched with Ryback and Big Show and Miz for longer, but it wasn't working.
Yeah.
And it seemed like they listened, called the audible, got rid of the Big Show, put him somewhere else, granted squishing Cesaro, which sucks, but they add in Kevin Owens. So when they realize a mistake and correct it in a good way, I'm fucking thrilled. That's what we want. We complain about these things, and we got
Tonight did feel like a Band-Aid for all the titles and kind of putting them where they probably should be. For whatever reason, it did feel that way to me for a lot of the night.
It felt transformational. I feel like they were reconfiguring the roster in a lot of ways. I feel like they had some good turnover. They built some good storylines for tomorrow and the next build to the next pay-per-view, which I believe is Hell in a Cell. And now they got a headline with fucking Brock Lesnar and The Undertaker. So they don't even necessarily have to
was
defend the
interesting.
title.
That was a weird announcement. That was so... I mean, I've never seen anything quite like that. I was like, oh, okay, all right, well...
I'm going to go even farther. I've never seen anything quite like that. That is one of the most...
I haven't either.
Out of the ordinary, brilliant promo packages, whatever. Nobody knew this was happening. The fact
I kind of wished it was Paul Heyman announcing it almost, but as far as like live on Raw,
he did the promo, so I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I guess so.
I like that. I like that they didn't do the same. Hi, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Paul Heyman. I like that they didn't do that. That they gave us something a little bit different, which is something else we're always screaming for. Give us something a little different. They did that, so I love that personally.
The main problem, like I said, they ended awkwardly, but also going into the matches, almost none of them besides the last two had. Well, I guess the Dudleys and New Day had a pretty good build. None nothing else really had made me care who won. I'm like, the Divas match, don't get me wrong, Charlotte should have had that title on Monday. I was there. I heard the pop. The pop was insane. The roof flew off. And then this week it was just like, oh yeah, okay, all right.
Well,
okay,
see,
that
as
should
far
have
as the
like a week
build
ago.
stuff, I think you're being a little bit hard on the build. And because we're coming off of SummerSlam where there were some major changes with 3D coming back, like the Rusev and Ziggler situation is falling flat because of the lack of Lana.
Oh, it's awful.
It's awful.
And I
it was
love
awful with
Ziggler.
Lana. It's even worse without her.
Rusev was on my cake, and I love Ziggler, but this is terrible.
It is. But it's. I thought most of the build, considering how much time they had between SummerSlam and Night of Champions, I thought it was done well. Look, the point of Night of Champions is defend all titles and kind of create new storylines going forward. They accomplished both things tonight. And so I'm very happy with it. I really am. I get why you're not, but I think you're right.
It is a transition. It's a transitional pay-per-view. It's not a which is a weird placement to have a thing called Night of Champions be sort of I guess it makes sense to have a Night of Champions be a transitional pay-per-view, but also the weird thing to me also was the Sheamus Kane thing at the end.
Yeah.
Number one, also to go back really quick, did Chris Jericho, was it just us, like my group that was watching it, that thought he looked extremely bloated?
Well, it's very possible he just came right off of a damn bender, working Fozzy. Sandpaper, don't you wanna be me?
And also, go back and watch Kane. Tell me if those tights do not make his stomach look round as a pregnant woman.
Yeah, it does.
There were two parts tonight. The best part of the night, really quick, I'm jumping around because I just remember the three best parts. The Chris Jericho stomach, Kane's stomach, and the run-in by the dude in the Shield gear.
No, that was not the best. That was not a best part of the night. The run-in with the dude in the Shield gear is something that needs to stop. It's dangerous.
No, it is something that needs to stop. But
I hated that.
It was
funny. It was funny.
It was
he looked
incredibly
like Maven.
funny.
He looked like Joey Mercury. He looked like Christopher Daniels. So yeah.
And then did you hear what he said?
No, I didn't.
He just runs up behind him and goes, "Hey, brothers." Immediately gets tackled.
I love the way. I love the way that Bray Wyatt reacted. That's your partner.
Yeah.
That was.
I mean, it might as well have been. I mean, Chris Jericho got choked out the same way that dude did. But
yeah.
Again, that was another match where I was just like, I don't care. This has been going on for so long. They still haven't drawn me in. And I'm a huge Dean Ambrose guy. I used to love Bray Wyatt. But at this point, they've got me where I don't care. I believe Luke Harper's extremely talented, but extremely generic. I want to like Roman, but they're kind of doing the same thing with him over and over. Although he is improving slightly, it's not enough to make me care.
By leaps and bounds. I got to be honest.
Maybe it's the feud that has me not caring at all. It's just the same people.
I'm not going to lie with you. I'm in agreement with you about the feud where it does feel draggy, but they added an extra little thing to it tonight at the end with Jericho now with the heel tease. I like that. It's acknowledging the fact that maybe there is a problem with this feud, so they're adding an extra angle, maybe even ending it after the loss tonight, even though it does just kind of make it even for the SummerSlam victory. But I like the fact that they kind of acknowledged maybe this isn't working, so they added an extra wrinkle, being Jericho. Heel Jericho is a great thing, my friend. Heel Jericho is a great thing.
Even if he does have a little pot belly on him.
That's all right.
So
he's
it's
40,
okay.
Look, he's 40-something years old. He doesn't wrestle a lot anymore. I give Jericho a pass. He's one of my all-time favorites. He's in like my top 10. I will give Jericho the benefit of the doubt any fucking day of the week.
Oh, yeah. What are the Isotola of rock and roll?
No, not the Isotola. The Ayatollah of rock and rolla. I got a great Jericho story, by the way. I got a great Jericho story. Check this out, man. This is fantastic. So, I'm 15 years old, 14 or 15 years old. I can't remember. I lived in Las Vegas at the time. My mom worked at Sherwood Forest in the Excalibur Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas. And right above it was the Nitro Grill. And wrestlers were always there. Like WCW always had wrestlers. DDP was there a lot. I think he had a home in Vegas at one point. He was always around. He showed up at the restaurant a lot. My mom always served him. I got a few of his autographs. I got to meet him a couple times. I got to meet Chris Benoit, a whole bunch of guys. I had a lot of fun. Had dinner with Chris Benoit. I had dinner with Chris Benoit and Chris Jericho. That was awesome. But the coolest thing was Chris Jericho. My mom was fairly attractive in the day. She's not now. And she's the devil.
No, don't be mean. Don't be mean.
No, my mom's the. You don't know my mother. If you knew my mother and the horrible things she does to me and my wife, then you wouldn't be saying that. Just because she's your mother doesn't mean that she deserves all passes. No, fuck that. Mothers can be awful too. Believe me.
That's why they call them motherfuckers.
I still love my mom. Don't get me wrong. She's just horrible. But anyway, she was really attractive back in the day. She was really attractive, and she was a cocktail waitress, and. She called me at school. She got me out of school because Chris Jericho was there. It was the first time I had never met him before. We sit down in the booth, and I'm talking to Chris Jericho, and he leans over to me, and he goes, I'll never forget this. And when I saw him in 2007, I wanted to bring this up to him because he goes, you know, your mother's got a great rack. I shit you not. I shit you not. I was like, oh, okay. Well, I got to see him again. I had dinner with him a couple other times, but in 2007, awesome. When I was in Iraq, I saw him again, and I didn't get to talk to him because he went to a different FOB, a different forward operating base, a different post, and he only showed up for the actual event to wrestle. So I didn't get to see him. And I was hoping I would because I wanted to talk to him and see if he remembered me, but I look so different.
Just put a big old picture of your mom on a sign and take it to Raw. If they ever come to Germany and he's there, just take a sign to Raw with a picture of your mom.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Good enough.
Mosh Master D donated yet again. Thank you, Mosh Master D. You are awesome tonight, man. He donated $1 and said, I'm always curious to see what the Nitro Grill menu looked like. They changed it a lot. Like, it didn't last very long. It wasn't around long because they did it at the wrong time. And it was kind of towards the end of the run. They had a lot of trouble getting it up and running. And they changed it. At first, it was just like a paper menu with like really vibrant colors. And then they went plastic. They were always changing over the menu. Like the food was always different. So they kept changing the style of the menu. But it was cool, man. The memorabilia that they had there was awesome. I loved it. So, pretty cool. Thank you, Mosh Master D, for the donation. So, and if you guys want to donate and support the channel, you could do so right in the description box below. You can hit the donate button and give the fat man a tip. If you tip your barista, you can tip the guy giving you free entertainment. Because why the hell not? Entertainment also, might Dave, be a bit of a stretch. I understand that, but I'm doing something here. What else you got, Rob? I'm going to throw your ass over the top rope.
One last point I have. Yes. I believe that they're doing the fake money in the bank cash in way too much. I don't like it. I really don't.
Here's the thing. The first 2.5 months, they didn't even acknowledge Sheamus with the damn briefcase. So
because nobody wants to.
Yeah, but now that he's finally doing something with the briefcase, I'm okay with that. And this has only been going on for a few weeks, so I'm okay with it. I'm fine with
Sheamus could hit the road and go to he could go to TNA with that briefcase, and I wouldn't care.
You give very few frosted fucks about Sheamus. I get that.
I really do. I mean, he's just so unentertaining to pretty much everybody. You just listen to the pops he gets. They're like,
I'm sorry that you're so disgruntled and that you hate everything about wrestling, and it sucks to be you.
I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. I feel bad.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm glad you. I know. I feel bad for me too. I'm so glad that a lot of people are enjoying it because I was really hoping that a lot of people didn't waste $10 like I felt like I did. But
oh my God! Even if you think that you wasted $10 on the network because of the damn pay-per-view, the shit that we're getting right now with Table for Three, unfiltered. You know what? I'm tossing your ass. You're terrible. Get out of here, Rob.
Let me get on a positive note. Love you, Dad.
All right, I love you too, buddy. I love you too. Take it easy, Rob.
Let's see.
Oh, can you believe this guy? Can you believe this guy? Raw the Entertainer, everybody. What do you guys think? I want to hear from you right now. I want to hear in the chat. I want to know what you guys thought of tonight's pay-per-view. Let me know what you think. Out of 10, let me know. I want to know right now. I'm giving it an 8. I enjoyed the shit out of it. Thought it was a very good pay-per-view. So go ahead and let me know what you guys thought. I'm very interested to know. Hit me up there. Also, if you want to jump on Skype and tell me what you thought of tonight's pay-per-view and anything else for that matter, go ahead and hit me up there as well. Right now on Skype, David Vancura, DAVIDVANCURA. I think we're winding down. I'm going to get through the rest of my notes, and I think we're wrapping this up here soon. Jesse was supposed to be here, but he's grilling fish. And that's okay. Yeah, Jesse is handling things in the chat, letting everybody know what's going on. Apparently, my dislikes are up tonight, and I'm giving it mainly because, pay-per-view people think that they're seeing actual live event, and it's not, so maybe they're getting upset and they're doing it, but more likely it is because apparently I'm getting absolutely anal raped over on the Joe Cronin Show. It's not unsuspected. You guys can believe what you want in the end. I'm not going to bash the man. I'm not going to put private shit out there. We had a disagreement, and he supposed to go away, so he did. That's it. It is what it is. It's not a big deal. Spectrum Noob Gaming says 6 out of 10. For now, I think about it, give a 7 out of 10. That's 40 shot. Ali Khokhtar gives it an 8.5 out of 10. Adrian Placencia gives a 7 out of 10. Clayton G. Bernie, 8 out of 10. 7.5 out of 10 for Big Kyle 056. The Daniel WMS, 9 out of 10. 40 shots, 7.5 with a bicep. Sean Cusack, 8 out of 10. This pay-per-view has me ready for Raw tomorrow night. Boom, I'm with you there. Uncut Dope, 8. It was good. Kane should have been the Attitude Era attire. That would have been badass. Yeah, there you go. We got Ray's Moxley back on the line. Apparently got something else for me. Ray's, you're live once again with Dead on Dave. What you got?
What's up, Dave? I just overheard your story about Jericho and the stuff with your mom. It truly had me rolling here.
Chris
I was
Jericho!
dying laughing. But also when I called you earlier, I forgot to mention what I thought the Lesnar, the whole Lesnar go to hell thing. I totally zoned out about that.
Yeah, I marked out.
So I'm really looking forward to it because I live in the States. I'm from New York. So hopefully I'm able to go to the MSG event and see him destroy Big Show. I'm really looking forward to that.
Whereabouts in New York?
On Staten Island.
Staten Island. Do you get to Brooklyn very often?
Yeah, I'm actually most of the time I go to Brooklyn once or twice a week. I used to live in Brooklyn before I moved to Staten Island.
Tommy C. at Shot from the Point, my good friend Tommy C. will like you very much because if you're that close, you gotta get to Brooklyn. So yeah, and Manhattan and all that. You gotta get there. So I'm sure that he'll be happy to hear about that. You just made a friend, Tommy C. Speaking of which, real quick, let me plug my buddy real quick. Tommy C. Shot from the Point had a great show tonight, from what I heard. I haven't got a chance to listen to it yet. But Tommy C. talking about all the crazy shit that's happening in hockey. We're barely 10 days, 15 days away from the hockey season starting up. Holy shit. And if you love hockey, go check out Shot from the Point. I'm there every weekday. We do a show called In the Crease with Tommy C. We talk about all the daily news in hockey. We have a lot of fun. We take callers. It's a great time. So make sure you check that out. And, of course, the Mothership Show every single Sunday, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Check out Tommy C. Shot from the Point. He's got a great team. It's fantastic. Check it out. You won't be disappointed. It's not your daddy's hockey show, kids. It's real sports talk with a punch to the face. So go check that out. Raise, what else you got before I toss your ass?
A couple more things. One thing, speaking of the Big Show, I actually met him a couple summers ago in 2013 when he was actually relevant.
Yeah.
And the funny thing about that is my friend wanted me to take a picture of him and Big Show together. So I was having a little trouble on his phone and shit. But I finally got the picture, and the people in line were so rude and complaining. They're like, "Oh my god, hurry up!" And Big Show defended me. He's like, "Oh, leave this guy alone. He got nice hair." And
what the fuck? That's so random.
And I turned the joke back on him. I'm like, "You want some?" And I quickly walked away because I was afraid of his response.
Nice. Very good story, Rays. That's funny. Anything else?
Yes. Well,
You got
speaking
one
of
more.
everyone
Make
talking
it a
about,
good one, Rays. You got one more.
Yeah.
Dave's getting tired.
I will. I have the whole I overheard the whole WrestleMania predictions and ideas,
Yeah.
and I actually have my own WrestleMania card that I
Oh,
see,
Jesus.
and maybe the WrestleMania Hall of Fame.
All right, if you could run through it really quick, I'll let you go. I'll let you do it, but you got to go quickly. I don't want
I
explanations
got it.
and build and backstory. I want to hear matches and Hall of Fame. On your mark, get set, go.
I'll do Hall of Fame first. Hall of Fame. These are just suggestions: Michael Hayes, JBL, Victoria / Molly Holly, John Stewart for the celebrity,
Yeah.
Undertaker if he doesn't retire, Owen Hart, DDP, Vader, Rick Rude, and Warrior Road Chris Singleton.
That's
For everyone,
that's a
just
hell
look
of a
up the
class.
story.
Not Sting? Not Sting? No Sting?
Depending on if he retires or not, you know what I mean?
Gotta put
If
Sting
he
in there.
wrestles a match, he's a selection. I agree with that.
Yeah.
Now for the WrestleMania 32 match card, Ziggler versus Cesaro in an Iron Man match, Dudley's versus the Hardy Boys if they return versus the New Day in a TLC match.
Oh, no. That probably will happen, but go ahead.
Triple H versus The Rock. I mean, we're all expecting that almost. Austin versus Lesnar. We all want that to happen.
Yeah.
Charlotte versus Banks versus Bailey versus Becky Lynch in a fatal 4-way match for the Divas Championship or whatever it is at that point.
Yeah, I like that.
Rusev versus Braun Strowman.
Ooh, I like that. Okay.
Owens versus Zayn versus Finn Balor for the IC Championship.
I like that as well. Throw in a ladder, and I think you got it.
Ambrose versus Rollins versus Reigns for the championship. Have Ambrose win the Royal Rumble. Have Reigns challenge him at Fastlane. It ends in a double countout, disqualification, and they all three of them wrestle at WrestleMania.
Wow, that's not
And
bad.
finally, Orton versus Sheamus in a retirement match.
Orton versus Shane. No, I don't think that one's going to happen. What about Cena? You don't have Cena on the card.
Hopefully he's injured at that time. 'Cause I don't want to see him wrestle.
Oh, that's mean. Okay, well, it's a pretty good card. I got to give you credit. Pretty good card.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. I just wanted to let that out
You
there.
got to defend the U.S. title, though, buddy. Got to defend that. But
I think I have it here, don't I?
no, because Cena's got the title.
For now. But hopefully, maybe Cesaro gets.
Fair enough.
Or some more Joe. You meant some more Joe.
That's true. Fair enough. Good card, buddy.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Take it easy, Rays Moxley. Take it easy. Over the top rope with you, Rays Moxley. Clinton Gorman in the chat says, Dave, who do you think will win, Taker or Lesnar? I really don't know, man. Hell in a Cell. I don't. Shit. I don't know. That's so hard. We'll see how the build goes. I have no idea. It can really go either way. It all depends on who you want to book stronger for WrestleMania. Taker doesn't need a win in Hell in a Cell to go to WrestleMania and be strong. I mean, he's still the Undertaker. I think Brock kind of needs. Well, you know what? It'll be the Undertaker. I think the Undertaker needs to happen. He needs to win because I think it will help him if he is stronger going into WrestleMania. If it is going to be against Sting, whoever it is. With Lesnar, if it's going to be the Lesnar-Austin thing, him losing to Taker in Hell in a Cell gives him a really good reason to be fucking surly with Austin. I don't know what's first. Maybe the interview is first, so that's kind of difficult too. So I don't know. It's really hard to book that, but probably Taker. I don't know. It's going to be crazy, though. That's going to be a crazy-ass match. So, hey, I think we're about ready to wrap things up. Jesse was unfortunately not able to be here. Hopefully he'll be able to be here tomorrow night on Monday Night Raw, directly after Raw. We'll be live right here. And all will be good in the world. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. Hope you enjoyed the pay-per-view tonight, man. I thought it was a really solid pay-per-view all in all. Thought it was good times. And thank you guys for joining me. Thank you for being with me on this ride for 1 year, man. We have been live on YouTube. We've been on YouTube for 1 year. Thank you guys so much. 1,400 subs. Thank you for that. 1,406 subs. Now, 1,409 subs, actually. Thank you very much for that. All the support means an unbelievable amount. You have no idea. Some days are more trying than others. And this is one of those. You guys got me through it today. I understand that with any type of situation, and I want to end on this, when any type of situation where teams, bands, shows, whatever breaks up, there's going to be people who just want to see ugliness and they want to bring out the most hatred and ugly that they possibly can. And that's going to happen, and I get that. If I'm getting raped over there on the Joe Cronin Show tonight with people bashing me or whatever, I'm okay with that. I'm not going to give into it. It is what it is, man. I'm going to keep doing my thing right here, and I thank Joe for everything that we were able to accomplish together. I think Cronin and I did a lot of great things. All good things sometimes have to come to an end, and this is just one of them. So it's all good, man. I wish nothing but the best to the Joe Cronin Show. I'm going to continue to promote him. I have no ill fucking will towards the man at all. And I hope everything goes well for him and his family. So thank you very much for helping me get started on YouTube. I have been podcasting much longer than that. I just got on YouTube a year ago and came into the Joe Cronin Show, and now I've built this thing, and now it's time to focus here, and it's going to be a good time. So thank you for joining me on this ride. Tony Barrasso says, fuck the haters. Absolutely right. Thank you very much, Tony. And that's it, man. Yeah, don't give Jesse too much of a hard time. Jesse's taking care of his mama, and you got to respect that. He's making fish. He's making fish for his mama. Come on. Jesse is the heart and soul of this entire community, man. If it wasn't for Jesse, I don't know what I do most of the time. I mean that. He's the conscience of the channel. He's the conscience of the community. He's got one of the biggest hearts. While a little idealistic at times, he's one of the legitimately best people that I know, and I love him like a brother. And I'm very glad to have him here with me, going live and all this good stuff. So thank you very much, Jess. You're awesome. Thanks for kicking ass in the chat and keeping all of the people in line. But other than that, that's all I've got. Thank you guys for joining me right here on Dead on Day Productions. We'll be live tomorrow right after Raw. We'll also probably do a preview show sometime tomorrow. It depends how tired I am. It's almost 7 o'clock in the morning here in Germany, and I'm getting exhausted. Everything is good to go. Love you guys so much. We're going to keep kicking ass in the world, going up the ass of YouTube, baby. We're coming, and we're coming copiously. We're coming in copious amounts. We're just going to jism over all of YouTube. My nuts going one place. Jesse's going nut somewhere else. We're just going to be wall-to-wall semen all over YouTube. You're going to be like, where did all this semen come from? And we're going to say, from us. But that's all I got. Thank you guys very much for joining us. Great time. Great callers. Thank you for all the donations. It was only Moshmaster D, but I appreciate all the times that he fucking donated. Thank you. It's just nice to get tips. Love the fat man. Give a tip to the fat man if you like what I do. That's all I got. Like, subscribe, and share, people. Like, subscribe, and share. We will see you next time right here on Dead on Day Productions. As always, if you don't have talent, and I mean this more today than ever before, if you don't have talent, have talented friends. Sometimes they'll save your goddamn life. You don't know what that means yet, but it's true. I love it. That's all I got. Keep it copious, motherfuckers. We'll see you next time. Peace.